Dave, congratulations, a winning start to pre-season in tough conditions. Just give us your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, really good work, as you say, in unique conditions, although I believe it's pretty hot back home at present. As you'd expect with pre-season, some good things, some real positives, especially from lads who have played first games for us, and that's our first competitive game, and some things that we need to get better at. But overall, touch wood, I don't think we've any mishaps from the game or injuries, so hopefully that remains the case. We've lost a couple through the week, which made today difficult with having to take some players off and put them back on. Not ideal, but thankfully got through it unscathed, and like you say, scored some decent goals, as I would always say, conceded some bad ones, but a work in progress, and like I say, the first game ticked off.
That was always going to be the most important thing today, wasn't it? Less so the game itself, but actually getting a certain amount of minutes into certain players, and as you say, coming away without any injuries.
Listen, I'm not a great watcher. I hate pre-season games because the games lose impetus by the subs that you have to make, and we're playing a team, like I say, in the second half there we've got Jack as a wing back, Odin as a wing back, Che playing as a full back. We're all over the place, so I expected us to be a little bit disjointed. We lose our focal presence with Woods at the top end of the pitch, all as a consequence, like I say, of just ticking off minutes, and that was what today was about. Listen, great to for the supporters to be able to see some little bits. I thought we played some decent stuff at times, some little spells, Malik as a first game showed some real positives, tail down this side, and they already have an understanding away from here, which showed straight away, and like I say, some good stuff there. You always want to get a winning habit, I suppose. The result wasn't the be all and end all, but I suppose to concede the goals that we did and then go and get another goal at the end is great for everyone, and good to obviously go and get a picture taken with the supporters. They've come out a long way, and it's brilliant to be able to play football in these conditions, hopefully not getting too burned like a certain Mr. Challinor.
One player that got more minutes than most out there was Ollie Norwood, 34 years of age in these conditions, but still bossing it in the middle of the park.
Yeah, the ideal for us this in this trip was for everyone to get 45. Once we'd lost some players over the course of the week, then we knew some were going to have to play 60. More played 60 than we'd have hoped, Ollie being one of them. But the control, especially with the understanding him and Beatty having in there, when we had those two on the pitch, allows him to get through the game with minimal fuss, and as with everything, it's building minutes up. Ollie, with what he does through the course of the season and what he does through the off season, his schedule doesn't change with the work he does, so he goes away in a certain condition and comes back in pretty much the same condition, so pre-season's a little bit different to him than most, but good minutes, like I say, not just for him, for everybody else as well.
A goal for Luis Fiorini, difficult first season at Edgeley Park, but for him personally, that must surely give him a boost going forward now.
Yeah, I think the thing with Lewis is he needs to get fit. Again, cast your mind back 12 months, I think he lasted about 18 seconds here, and that really sort of summed up his whole season. We couldn't get him, and he couldn't get himself fit, and it made him a really frustrated one for him. Even when he went out on loan, didn't get the games that he needs. Now he's got to do everything he can to get himself to a physical level that allows him to compete and be a part of this squad, or at best for us it's around him getting to a condition where we get him a full season of games. We hope that's with us. We hope he can impact our squad, but if that's not the case, it's something we need to look at. We still believe in him. He's got to find, like I say, a role within our squad and within our team, and for him to get 45 minutes today and tick that off as a first part of pre-season is a step further than it was last pre-season for him. So hopefully that'll continue. We'll get more minutes next weekend. So like I say, for all individuals, there's going to be different things that they tick off, and Lewis certainly does.
Che's performances last pre-season were what really put him in and around your first team plans. Another goal for him today. What does his season look like coming up? What role do you see him playing now?
I'm not too sure, and that's the same with all the young lads. I think they're here for a reason. The same with Jid and with Ashton, although those two have picked up little knocks and missed the game today. Their future and pathway will be dictated by themselves in terms of what they do here, and what they do week to week in training. Our aim, as with everything, is to get them closer to our first team and be able to compete consistently at a League One level, which is a big ask. How we do that, again, depends on the next few weeks really, and whether it is a case of us strengthening in certain areas and then dropping a little bit further down the list. If that's the case, then we need to get them games and make sure they don't lose ground. But if they perform well and hold their own, show what they can do, then there's nothing to say there won't be a position in the squad here for them.
Another Pinatar trip coming towards an end now. How much have you enjoyed the facilities here by on the ball and working with those guys for the trip?
Our facilities are amazing. Sometimes I see people saying about going different places. The one thing we know here is we've guaranteed the weather, which has been really good. The facilities here are amazing. We get really well looked after. We've tried somewhere different this year in terms of the hotel, a little bit further out, a little bit quieter. But as a trip, it's been fantastic and always is. Like I say, we're spoiled, or we feel we're spoiled when we're at home in terms of what we have at Carrington. But coming here, although it's a little bit windy today, is again it can be different, a different environment. Like I say, with fantastic facilities in what is brilliant weather. So yeah, another one ticked off. Let's see what this season brings, and there's nothing to say we won't be back here next year.
And just one final word on the fans who have again travelled in numbers today. Great to have that moment at the end with them.
Yeah, and I think it's something that what we've obviously done over time for be able to, I suppose, thank them for coming over, for them to have a great day, an early day, the rest of the day to look forward to, a bit of sun and I'm sure a few beers along the way. But for them to travel and I suppose have a little bit of a break and be able to support their team in a different country is amazing. But I don't lose the sight. It's a big outlay money wise and a big commitment. So the fan event on Thursday was great. It gives a brilliant opportunity for our players more than anything else to mix with them and our new players, if you like, get an understanding of the nature, I suppose the tribal nature football has, but that our supporters have, and the support they'll give our team, and that's only backed up today by what they've seen. So yeah, really good-natured banter in the stands, a good following from us, and as always, brilliant support.
Appreciate your time, Gaffer. Go and get that sun cream on Dave.
Cheers, thank you.